Um. Glasses, there they are. Hello, hello. You live? I think. Yep. Same. Nice, nice. All right. We're back with more Ace Attorney investigations. Also, real quick, fucking background changes. Oh, man. That is indeed an airplane, not Miles Edgeworth's office. It's such a small detail, but it's so good. So good. Having the backgrounds changed depending on what's happening. Go you airline. Look at that, wow. And now I want to see all the other cases too. Anyway, left off. It's hard to judge how long the cases are. I think like roughly halfway, maybe a third, where we got done with LeBlanc's accusation pretty much, and now we need to, and we investigated the elevator. Now we are heading into the gift shop with many questions. The gift shop, the cargo hold, where the elevator came from / went to during the period of time, and as well as the landing, cargo hold, the landing in Shanghai or whatever. That is potentially mysterious, and how it all connects to the Yatagarasu. That's the name of it. But we're gonna get right into it. Oh yeah, we have the sexy one. Oh wait, I can't talk to her? Lame. I can probably go talk to her though. LeBlanc. Oh, I really am mad. Better hurry. Bring me some evidence. Wait, that was not his voice, sorry. If you could, wait just a little longer while we look into the shop. Don't number the birds before they were born. They were born, yeah. Don't number them. What? I have no idea what he's trying to say. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, perhaps. All I ask of you is your patience and cooperation. Oh, look at that! He stopped pointing. Hello, ma'am. Miss Mealy, about investigating the in-flight shop. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up. What's up? I need you to come with me so I can search the shop. Go on ahead without me. Ugh. I'll catch up with you later. How has this woman not been fired yet? That she sleeps, but she's attentive as fuck. She was... weren't you going to the in-flight shop? Of course, I still fully intend to. Okay, well, the shop is over there. Don't forget now. Yep, she's incredibly attentive, even though she sleeps. Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since I played. Might not be a bad idea to brush up a bit after all this time. Or, of course, that's contingent on the outcome of this case. It's time to get investigating. Mr. Edgeworth, that's the attendance room. Please excuse me, it was a simple mistake. You made a mistake, didn't you? Why don't you just come out and say it? That's exactly what I just said. I made a small mistake. Oh, not awful, I'm talking. Bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There is quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the air. Say something? I said that there's glass here and to be careful. But why? Obviously, common sense does not register even as a blip on this girl's radar. Sky magazine on the right. Special this month is an English trivia quiz. Of course, I've never uttered a single grammatically incorrect sentence in my life. What is it? Why are you looking at me? Hurry and go do your own investigating. LeBlanc. I do not believe in this. Making haste slowly. Saying you have an English. There it is. It was the same thing as these counter windows. Offer a glimpse of the sky. But these clouds, they tell me nothing. Now is not the time for me to stand here making up soliloquies. I should be hurrying to the shop and investigating. No. We investigate everything. And on the pedestal, I don't think that's what was meant to be. What? History. Utilize Ugohi. I don't think that's what they meant to write. I mean, it is true now that you think about it. Yet another victim of the turn. There's something written on the back, in honor of the Rocker Palace days. I have this distinct impression that this chair has nothing to do with the case. Ah. Never hurts to take another look. Damn straight. The machine that should be hanging here, off of here, must still be on this plane somewhere. That was his lanyard, okay. Not anyone was expecting to find a dead body in the elevator of this flight. For the victim's sake, I will do anything in my power to bring this to a speedy end. Captain Ugo here was probably used to hit the victim on the back of the head. Captain Ugo. He does have a doll of the mascot. There's money strewn all over the floor. I guess this was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet before the incident. I think that's the shoe's still okay. There's no grape juice resonances of yeah. Alright. Why can I still check, though? We'll leave it there. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilled on his feet. Odd. Compared to the one on the left, this statue appears to be slouching a little. It must be the altitude. Yes, that's it. Alright. Ooh. 8:32. Flight G390 still. Look at that. She's still attentive. There's definitely something behind that poster. And so this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then. Guess I'll have to clean things up then. Teehee. Hold it. You can't clean up a potential crime scene. Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Begin investigation. Alright. You know, I don't know if it's her yet, but she has a lot of potential things that could implicate her. Not really implicate her, but related adjacent wise to the case. Can I talk to her? Yeah. I don't know much about this shop. You can still ask me about whatever. Notice anything? So what do you think about what has happened regarding the case? Oh, I don't know. I guess I think you're the killer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. She's totally. I can assure you that I'm not here in this shop to prove just. That I'm here in the shop just to prove the opposite. Damn, knocked out. Huh? Yeah, but it was me that got you the permission to look around, you know? So, don't forget that, okay? Damn. How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep? Well, you know what really show you things? You see that item for sale over there? Sorry, but I'm going to have to make do with my words of appreciation. What do you think of my badge? Oh, I'd love to have this piece of jewelry. Can I have it? No, you may not. This is a prosecutor's badge. Then why did you show it to me? I wanted to prove to you that I really am a prosecutor. And that it's not possible for a prosecutor like me to commit such a crime. I see that I'm just wasting my time with Cousin Hare here. Cousin Hare? That was a weird phrasing. Beautiful flowers in a beautiful arrangement. Why are some of them falling out? You'll cleanse just by looking. Well, you kind of stepped on a few of them, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, excuse me. The Matryoshka dolls? That statue. LeBlanc had a bigger statue like that? Uh-huh. What are these? Oh, those are our company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world, you try, then buy. No way. But either way, it doesn't really matter. True, either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? Anyway, see that? The things are gone? And it's not a pink wheel, it's... Just look at all the Captain Ugo heads painted on those cute company mascot, isn't he? That's his head? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's just about to jump out at you? It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste. No, excuse me. Looked like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale. But you saw right through it. Glad that stud, though. Maybe make me try to give you a sales pitch ever. Never make me try to make you a sales pitch. Okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. Teehee. It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? This suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Tenarian designed this. Yeah. It was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have a very sharp design sense. Haha. Sharp. Like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe. I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so bleh. Miss Tenarian designed this. Did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. You okay? I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Mealy. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation. Plane's shaking cause it to roll. In-flight suitcase displays can be hazardous. Here, I'll put it back. Oh, look at that. I wasn't done with it. Maybe I am done with it. I want to look behind the sail, though. Fine. Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something. But some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. Okay. They're all kind of luxury name branded merchandise for sale in this display case. And they're lined up in just such a manner as to scream, "Buy me," to any passerby. For doll, stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Mealy is holding, are on display here. They are relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too? They're great for when you're stressed. Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? Stressed, huh? What's she stressed about? There's a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these displays. You know what I'd suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. Okay, then how about you buy something from me then? As a present. I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything. And I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then we'll talk. Damn, Edgeworth calling her out. The glass for this display case's door is shattered all over the floor. There was turbulence over here, too. Which begs the question why only this one is shattered? And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Which means something's missing. Wait. Actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat. That was worn on the thing. It's a tiny captain's hat. I swear I've seen one of these before. Yep. Oh. I guess she doesn't have anything to talk about. Maybe, actually. Okay. Interesting. Captain Hugo Pig. Miss Rhoda said that this piggy bank was in this shop, right? You find her a tiny bit suspicious? I don't think I can say either way yet. There's not enough evidence to convince me that she was lying about anything back then. Are you sure about that? Okay. It's time for some logic. I don't think that's relevant yet. I can definitely do this and this, This hat belongs to the statue. Bang! I really like the logic mechanic, actually. It's, checking if you know what's happening. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Just give it a go and see. Hey, look at that. It's adorable. I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get at it? Maybe, but I don't know. Found at the crime scene. Culprit must have shattered the case glass to take it. Really? Don't tell me you don't know what things go where in this shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. Okay, these flight attendants are incredibly suspicious, bro. So, come on. How should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. Let's do it. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Go You Airlines. Related books lined in this shelf. The history of Go You Airlines. The future of Go You Airlines. The 7 wonders of Go You. Fight on. Go You Airlines. Working name, You Go Airlines. You Go You. Art. The titles make it very clear that they won't be making a top sellers list anytime soon. Why not? Is this the same man as the one portrayed in the stage shoes around the elevator? Oh. Okay. Yup. That's a paperweight of the founder of Go You Airlines, Mr. Ugo Hughes. On the bottom shelf we have the cute one. The middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version. Floral. Are you sure about that? Let me guess. You just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like hit the bullseye. Okay, what about the golden variant? The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was a killer who broke it in order to take the piggy, but it's a bit odd that the inside of the case is so devoid of glass fragments. Plus, the glass broke rather clean. Ah! What is it? I touched the glass and cut my finger. It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth, it hurts. Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. Okay. As long as she just cut her glass. Okay, let's go. The handle? For security, there's a lock on this display case. Miss Mealy, if I may ask you about this lock. The one who's in charge of the shop is Miss Rhoda, so she's got the keys on to all the display cases. I see. Oh, I bet you want to buy something. You want me to go get the key from her? No, that's alright. Well, I think we can deduce. Eureka! There's definitely something very unusual about this. About what? If the killer had broken the glass to get at the Captain Ugo Bank, there should be glass shards inside the case itself. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess it'd be like that. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. No, there isn't. Which means that the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at that time too. That's nice. Which leads me to believe that the killer took Captain Ugo bank from here after the turbulence. Made a huge mess of the shop. Easy. Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Mealy. Listen when I'm talking. What? But the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. Ah. Yeah. What he found at that time. Oh, you mean the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake? Yes, at this point, this is a very reasonable possibility. But then, what if, when the killer went to take Captain Ugo, they broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person who could have. Oh, and who would that have been? Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the only one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything. Miss Rhoda Tenira. Alright. Logic. Some sound logic. There's something on the bottom of the wheel. I mean, this is logical, but I don't know if it's Yes, this is definitely something wrong here. Huh? Oh, what's with the sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Mealy, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure. They totally use strange, like the color and such. That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. Ah, you're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. Ahem. And these suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yes, they look a bit upright, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator. Hee. Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Mealy. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind. I'd soon find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. They really are quite hideous. I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she heard what you just said. And what's wrong? She makes a good point. It would be wise to watch what I say out loud. Oh, what's this? I've spotted something not quite right. What is so unusual about this suitcase?
Take that!
Take that! There's something very peculiar about these wheels. Where's the blocks? And why is one painted pink? That's it. There are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so it was very likely that the suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Is it like what's the Madagascar King Julian or whatever? A lemur? I don't know. That's what they look like. This was apparently designed by Miss Teniro herself. The design has a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Yes, perhaps that is the best way to put it. Damn! $1,200 price tag. Not exactly priced by someone with a conscience, I'd say. It is indeed pricey. The lock. It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside. And it's soaked with blood. Ah, it's blood. It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. So explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something, perhaps? But aren't you just talking... It is blood. About the... No, it is wine. Grape juice. Are you just talking about the cloth then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. That's massive though, right? That's way too big. Transport is something big. It wasn't that. His body.
Take that!
Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Ah, okay. This was used to transport the body. It was designed by Miss Rhoda Tenero. Bloody cloth data jotted doubted by a... Found inside the suitcase, its beautiful pattern has been soiled by blood. Where'd the cloth come from? But... In light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So, you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the cloth is very colored to a LeBlanc, a zinc LeBlanc here. What is this you say? Okay. The cloth is very colored. Hard-coated zinc LeBlanc here. I don't know. Flight attendants are suspicious. He just rose up in suspicion here. And he is a prick, so you know. So we're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it. Exactly. What is it? Nothing. Just that. I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said that about coming here herself. What was that? No. Excuse me? Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. Hello. I've wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate if you could wrap it up and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course. That's your only condition, and I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. She's very prim and proper. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. I've found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. I had enough evidence to prove it myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Mealy reminded me about Miss Tenere, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. To be continued. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's the end of the part 1. My bad. Huh. Oh, we actually land. Salmonella. That's so cool. Oh man. I don't think we 1 p.m. Damn, it's a few hours later. And we landed, obviously. Hope Springs Airport. I know that once we have landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. And thanks to Miss Tenere and Miss Mealy, I was able to preserve the crime scene. But I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenere in private. So I'm left wondering just what she was up to. Why did she do what she did? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. I know this song. Yup. Francisca, I thought you were still in Germany. She's back, let's go. I go where I am needed. Whip in hand, and wherever there are criminals to be caught. She's the prosecutor. Her name is Francisca von Karn, the daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karn. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I am placing you under arrest. Oh, what? It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day. When a disciple of the House of Von Karman, you become a criminal. Have you no shame? Wait, it has all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding. I heard all about the murder over the police radio from Captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. It's already a fantastical version of the story. Francisca, do you honestly believe that I killed the man? I have no idea what you are capable of. I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I have investigated this for myself. I can put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should be. Does she have a profile? She does, bro! Damn. Daughter of my mentor. Age 13 prosecutor and lived in Germany. She's still 19, which does put this pretty much in the same year as the final trilogy, so yeah. I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you, of all people. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Oh well, I have my own creed which I must fulfill. So why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I have no intention to. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. too slow. 3D whippings. Live on camera. Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand?
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him?
A simple yes or no, detective.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me, sir.
Miles Edgeworth. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? It's quite short. I mean, she is a woman, so makes sense. Now, if you'll excuse me, on the bow.
Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay.
Thank you, detective.
I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this.
Gumshoe, reliable as ever. I have to admit, I am a bit curious as to what Francisca is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. When's Phoenix gonna show up, huh? Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. Should try to get some information. What's she offering? That's like I would think a drink, but like a soup? It's like a massive though, you know? Like a soup or a... I mean, typically a foam, but... Lunchland. Not bad. Oh, maybe like a beer thing? I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own brand. Dude, they're callbacks. They really callbacking. Lunchland too? Damn. Because it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. What should I get? I recommend our airport special, World Flags Lunchbox. Only available for a limited time. You have a variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different country flags. I wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. He must have been pretty scared. He's repeating the same thing over and over to himself. Looking from behind, I think I've seen this man somewhere before. In Soviet Russia, World Flags lunchboxes eat jewels. Found it. Lol. Oh, I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000. Lol. On my next, Leet movie, it's going to be the Steel Samurai Warrior of Old New Tokyo versus the World Samurai Champion of Earth. It's gonna rock. It's gonna rock so many boxers. So the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Hell yeah. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. Wow, I'd love to take a run down that runway. Oh, the youth of today. So much potential, yet so misguided. Must become a prosecutor. What a view of the planes preparing for takeoff. Besides the turbulence, they're really not all that bad as a mode of transportation. Gumshoe. What are you? So, did something fall out or not?
I didn't, get a good look, sir.
Doesn't concern you, so don't worry about it. Wait. History?
I think something fell out of your pocket.
What are you... It fell out of his pocket? Gumshoe must never know that I dropped it. Aww. Initial investigation. So, how's the initial investigation going?
We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office, sir. And we're taking statements now, sir.
That sounds like Francisca. She was always good at quick responses to a case. Even too good.
I'd say she was, a little too quick, sir.
Oh, how so?
I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already here barking out orders at everyone. It was kinda creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something, and had come in advance to await your flight's arrival.
That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all of this.
Miss Von Karma just kinda popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident.
No details.
It's kinda top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir.
Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. I was thinking that immediately. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, Detective. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine.
Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate.
Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Starting with talking to the people involved in the case afresh.
Partner, yes, sir.
Oh. March 12th. $137. All right. It is a different statue, I guess, huh? So you must be the captain. It is the captain. We haven't seen the captain yet. Damn. Why, yes, I am. And who might you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor, Francisca Von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. Oh, what are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet money on our dear captain to be much of a reputable person.
Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir?
He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. That's some arrogant type shit, but okay. Anyway, I like to leave the type of witness to Francisca and her whip. I'm sure he'll enjoy it. What can you do? LeBlanc. Angry as ever.
Now see here.
Ah.
Sorry. I'm sorry!
How long do you intend to hold me?
It is impossible for me to be the criminal, I told you.
Mr. LeBlanc.
Oh, it is you.
Tell this man to stop stopping me from going.
Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend.
Damn. They really kicked off the Arabic. I definitely want to talk to them. Also, 1 second. I knew they'd be...
I'm all excited to see this many planes too, sir. Just look at the size of these things.
You like planes too, mister? balance between the main wings and the tail wing is really something, huh? Huh. It seems that this derives his pleasure from a different aspect.
Oh, but I've also got a thing for the shape of the wings, too.
Here, mister. You can stand next to me. So about the plane's wing. Thank you, detective, for leaving me out of this conversation. What a view.
I want to ride a plane someday and go overseas, sir.
Never been to another country before, detective?
Nope, not yet, sir. I don't even have a passport. But I've been saving up for that eventual someday. A penny a day, to
Be precise. At that rate, he won't be making any trips until, after retirement. A penny a day, $4 a year. Yeah, no. It would be retirement. Yes, we read this.
Mr. Edgewood, we gotta get him some water.
Found it, lol. Ah, that makes sense.
Phew. Good thing it was just a false alarm. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Finally getting it.
Completely ignoring me, as usual.
This man was in first class.
I'd be pretty scared too if I got caught up in a murder investigation, sir.
How could you just take that from the plane?
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. It's got nothing to do with the murder, at least.
Not rereading. Oh, that was a gumshoe line.
Oh, I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. Which should I go with?
I recommend our airport special. You really want one that badly, detective? Why don't you go ahead and buy one?
Is that okay, sir? Thanks. All right, then I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, miss. I'll take a Star-Spangled Banner lunchbox, please.
Hope he's aware that's the most expensive one on the menu. Go you. Terminal 2. Okay, Amy. I may have a word with you, Miss Mueller. No, you may not have a word with me. I don't want to talk to any other man except the captain right now. Me too, Cammy. I will never talk to another woman. This definitely does look like a job for Francisca. What did I ever do to deserve this? More than this job, all I truly love is my sweet Cammy. Might I suggest you not say that at this moment in front of Francisca? Francisca, I'd like to ask you about the investigation. Miles, can you see that I'm in the middle of taking his statement? This man is only captain in title. I'm going to teach him how to do this job properly. Oh, okay. From now on, I'll keep my focus and take responsibilities seriously.
He's really trembling there.
It makes him take his job seriously. It's not such a bad thing, is it?
Why are you looking at me like that, sir? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, this urn's got a seatbelt strapped tightly around it.
It must be of great value to Mr. LeBlanc.
Yeah, I guess if you don't want to turn your urn, then it's always best to buckle up.
Obviously, but did that have anything to do with the case, detective?
Nobody gets my jokes. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this super expensive looking feast of Jurassic proportions?
It's just the food they serve in first class.
Wow, am I so jealous, sir? I want to ride in first class sometime.
Right, when pigs fly and I own my own private jet. You're giving Gumshoe free first class? This was my suit.
Wow, you read law books even when you're flying, sir.
Were you expecting anything less? Now come along, we must hurry to the crime scene.
Hold on a sec.
There's a different book stuck in here. The Steel Samurai's Advent. Detective Gumshoe. Am I going now to charge you with invasion of privacy? We already know he's a massive Steel Samurai fan.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I think you have too many red knights on this board.
It's just your imagination.
And it looks like that blue pawn is being completely surrounded by the red knights.
Now you're seeing things.
Sir, I don't think you're supposed to have lots of the same pieces like in checkers.
I know that, detective. What do you take me for? Ha 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 ha. Get an achievement for that. This was the victim's seat. His jacket just lying.
Oh, his jacket's just lying there. His spilled leftover coffee is still there too.
I don't suppose anyone ever expects to die. Kinda true, kinda true. The man in this seat was the one we just saw out in the airport lobby hyperventilating. If he's so scared to fly, then why take an airplane to begin with?
Yeah, if he's that scared, he should have caught a ferry or a cruise ship or something. By the way, were you okay with all the turbulence, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. It was nothing I couldn't handle.
I should have figured, right?
As if you'd get on a plane if you were scared of them. Indeed. He was standing tall on that one.
That's a really big floaty. But isn't it a little bit too early in the year for swimming, sir?
Detective, this is not for swimming. It's a life-saving.
So you can't swim with one of these?
No. I mean, I suppose you could, but that's not what they are intended for.
Well then, see? It's the same as a floaty. You shouldn't go around confusing people, sir.
Why do I feel like I just kicked a puppy? Aw. The man in this seat was constantly drinking something.
You know, right before payday, I do nothing but drink the soup from my instant noodles, sir.
That much sodium can't be healthy. You might want to go in for a checkup.
Ho ho! Did you really think I was serious, Mr. Edgeworth? Objection! Ah, I'm sorry, sir. I'll never make another joke like that again.
Hey, Auntie, how you doing?
What's this?
What is it, detective? Did you find an important piece of evidence?
Giant parfait on top of bread.
And steak? Paint me jealous, sir. It's a feast. Maybe I should just let him have the giant parfait so we can move on. Hell yeah. Alright. Anything we missed? Oh. I'm Miles Edgeworth. I am one of the prosecutors on this case, so please let me through. I'm very sorry, sir. No one is allowed to enter without Miss Von Karma's express permission. But I'm on the case. Yes, I understand that, but I also have explicit instructions. Yeah. It makes sense. Von Karma would, what's it called? Deny him access. Explicit instructions not to let you through from Miss Von Karma. Why would you do this to me, Franziska? Why? LeBlanc. Oh? Did you finish taking his statement?
Yep, all done, sir.
I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. Oh? What was he hiding in the cargo hold? If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art?
Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small.
Oh? From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Folk costumes. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat. Okay, good. I guess I could present that now. We'll come back though. I want to get everything else. They've got a piano. Oh, they've got a piano on this plane. Hey, you think I can try it out, sir? I'd think you would know better than to randomly touch things at a crime scene, detective. Besides, I didn't know you knew how to play.
course I do.
I'm practically proficient. Interesting. The things you learn about people on a daily basis. I can get Do and Ray to come out just right, sir. 2 notes does not make you a proficient pianist, detective. Hey, it's better than I could do.
Oh man, there's a really pretty lady in the plane over there. Ah, she's looking over here. Quick, sir, wave at her with me, please.
I refuse to be your wingman on this. Hey. There are a few copies of Sky Magazine. Yep. Hey, Gumshoe's always got our back. We should give him some help.
Oh, I've got one.
What starts with I and means bloody rude and disrespectful. The answer is most definitely insolent.
Time's up. Sorry, sir, but the correct
Answer is insolvent. Detective Gumshoe, don't tell me your English ability is the same level as him.
Yep. Oh, whoa. They really cut off. Okay. Makes sense. Hey, the statue.
What about it, detective? Did you notice something?
I saw this guy in a dream last night. The resemblance is uncanny.
The judge! The poor judge!
You saw him in his dreams. Well, yeah, I saw him. Oh? And then I arrested him. I wanted to show you how vital I am in your partnership.
Being useful in your sleep is of no help to me in the real world, detective. Damn. Even dreams about helping Edgeworth.
Looks like you can't go beyond here, sir.
Plus, the body has been sent off to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy.
Perfect.
The rocker chair.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you have to see this chair. It says in honor of Rocker Pals Day.
He knows the Rocker Pals? And what exactly is the big deal with these Rocker Pals?
They're a seriously sweet Swiss superstar rock band, sir. Makes me want to listen to one of their songs right now.
Sorry, I got lost in that forest of S's. Okay, that's funny. I kind of struggled on that sentence. Alright.
Do you want to explain to you again?
You know, detective, I think I'll have to take a rain check on that, regrettably. Alright.
I guess I can say it real quick. Not me to press that though.
LeBlanc, what is with your cloth being in the case? Actually, I want to try presenting my badge. You! I can say you have the guts to show me a piece of art as this. From a single glance, I can already tell it is mostly worthless. This has much more value as a piece of non-art, I assure you. You look like you have something to say. Perhaps you are thinking, like casting pearls before swine. You actually hit the nail on the head for once. He knows his worthless piece of art, that's for sure. There it is. Bloody Claw. Mr. LeBlanc. Yeah, they've been, there's been a lot of, I mean, in general, there's a lot of humor. Unfortunately, Gumshoe got us to take all the heat for most of it, but it's funny, so it's okay. Can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it's a Borginian claw. As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose. Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more. Okay. Soiled by blood. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier. We really need to get in the cargo hold. No, no, no. My cargo this time is many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved?
You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. The stubbornness of you police. It is no good.
And it is no good that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room, too. Ah, okay. That's attendant. I wonder if he's talking about Miss Tenir. Oh, he had a new conversation. Rhoda Teniro. Why is she not leaving? What do you mean by that, attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken into the attendant's room for her interview. And then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finishing with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Why is Miss Teniro's interview the only one that's taking up so much time? She is incredibly suspicious. Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenira. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room. Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. Alright, I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't hold the rule over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Hey, I'm down for this. Let's go. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here, in the very lounge. The body was discovered. Already, massive contradiction. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. I am the likeliest suspect, but... the likeliest suspect, Francisca. Yeah, I really like the one that, like, as you're firing up to, like, the final, confrontation or whatever, when that one kicks in, it gets really, really good. You have a problem with that? No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. It's usually a bit more absolute. It is true. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break your line of logic. Fast. Alright. I'm glad Francisca's back, though. I like her character a lot. Let's not... I'm a presser, then.
Hold it!
Don't you think that you're being a bit harsh by simply declaring me the culprit? I like my affairs to be simple and perfect. I'll show you the meaning of both when I finish this whole thing within 3 minutes. The time limit's back.
Hey, you say that like you're cooking a pack of instant noodles.
I won't allow even 3 seconds of useless testimony to be uttered in my presence. I see she still hasn't changed a bit. Hell yeah. But I won't allow her to send me to prison so easily. This is a contradiction, but... Or she can expand on it. So tell me, Francisca, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? I know all that I need to know in order to arrest you. And nothing more. I'm saying there is more I need to know.
Of course. Why did you whip me, sir?
He called him Scruffy! Let's go! Sorry, Scruffy. My hand must have slipped. Scruffy, it would appear that Francisca doesn't have all the facts to this case yet. Victim was seen calling.
Hold it!
What do you mean by seen? Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting. Obviously, I'm talking about Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. And then, from the time after that call until the body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was me, Miles Edgewood. While it's true that I was in the lounge the whole time, that fact alone does not make me the criminal.
Objection!
Her objection is bad. We'll see about that at the conclusion of this investigation. However, there is one thing that even you must admit at this time. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect.
Hold it!
Under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree with you on the most likely suspect.
But I believe in you, sir. I don't think you did it. Miss Von Karma's gotta believe that too, right? I mean, you two are like siblings. Ah!
Quiet, Scruffy. Even if you were related by blood, there's no guarantee that he's not the criminal. Francisco, I demand to see some proof that you are not guilty. The likeliest suspect, huh? What a roundabout euphemism. It would appear that she doesn't yet know about the new evidence that we acquired, and where we acquired it. I'll take care of the gaps in her logic one hole at a time. Yeah, this is fairly obvious. Yeah. This one. And then, what is he exactly going to present, though? Is it the bloody cloth or the... Probably the suitcase, I think, actually. 'Cause it was transport.
Objection!
Yep, got in one. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. Luckily, a piece that proves... See, this music, I'm here for all the time. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection!
Now, who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Excuse me. All you did was find this piece of cloth inside this suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily. You should know better than that. Von Karma is perfect in every way, and that's why I have multiple pieces of proof. But did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there's proof of that. Where's the proof that this suitcase was moved around? It's the what's it called? The grape juice. Can't call it wine.
Take that!
Take that! Spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. Yes, and I'd like to draw to your attention to this area here. Where's the evidence? I'm gonna put it there.
Take that!
This mark here. When you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels. I suppose. Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Objection!
Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear. Not by a long shot. Yep, that was the song I like the most so far. Oh, okay, we're into it. Prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. I think that's the contradictory statement, right? And then you waited for the victim in the lounge, where you beat him to death. And then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit the patch of turbulence, and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had been taken it from. I mean, this is something we need to contradict, but it already doesn't make sense. Beat him to death. Then while you were in the elevator with the victims, there's no blood in the elevator. While you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed in the suitcase, the plane hit a patch of turbulence and flew out from within the suitcase. Maybe, I suppose so. A potentially likely, but weird story. Back from where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in her logic in one fell swoop. Yeah, pretty much. I agree. I really like the Office music, or like, yeah, the Office music, from like the original game that was. Then there were a few other good tracks. Can't really think of them right now, but very fitting music, I would say, for the most part. This is a good track too. Prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank. That's our counter though here, because do we have proof? Taken out of its display case in the flight after the turbulence. And how do you suppose I was able to take the piggy bank out of its display case? As I recall, the case was locked. That's easy. If the case was locked, you simply had to hit the glass, like that. This. Poor Gumshoe. Yow! You've shattered my heart of glass. So she wants to talk about... So she wants to talk about the in-flight shop in the Captain Hugo band, does she? That takes care of how you obtained the murder weapon. Not quite. We'll get back to it after we hear the rest of the dialogue, though.
Hold it!
I thought there wasn't any of the victim's blood found in the lounge. I thought you'd say that. What, did you think I wouldn't have noticed? I think you just found a way to cleverly hide the blood splatter in the lounge. By accidentally spilling grape juice on top of it. Are you accusing me of tampering with the crime scene now? We'll see, won't we? The forensic scientists are hard at work on that as we speak. She made a good story, but she has no proof. And what do you propose I did after that? We're in the elevator with the victim's body.
Hold it!
So I put the victim's body in the suitcase, and then, where was I headed, Francisco? That's pretty obvious. You were bringing it to the first class, where, likely, where you could safely keep an eye on it. Talking about this thing, you know, I'd hardly call it discreet or ordinary. Annoying brat. Well then, you were intending to leave it inside the elevator. But unfortunately for you, a wrench was thrown into your plans because...
Hold it!
Hold it. You've experienced turbulence on a flight before. Of course, many times. You get used to it after a while. The patch we hit was especially rough, and I passed out briefly, but only for a second. Is that why he passed out, or... I guess there is potential with his trauma or whatever, but... he passed out for some other reason?
Good thing it was only for a sec, sir. It'd been bad if you were really blanked out.
I think a sec is... 10 minutes is way longer than a sec, too. Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, blanking out is exactly what got me into this mess in the first place. That's enough of your idle chatter. I'm not through with you yet, Miles Edgeworth. Oh.
Hold it!
If I really were a criminal, do you really think I would be so easily caught? Damn. We're certainly in the middle of being caught right now. Edgeworth have a fucking full-on plan. I have to find a contradiction fast, or I won't have much of my own hide left to say. I have to say, you're looking rather caught right now. And I'll tell you exactly what you did after that. You loitered around in the lounge. And pretended to be the scubber.
Hold it!
It's kind of funny, because I feel like we've been through all of this before with, the LeBlanc and proving my innocence. I didn't pretend to be anything. I really was the first discoverer of the victim's body. I suppose that's true. So then, are you yielding to my statement? Don't be foolish. I still insist that you are the killer, but... in that sense, you really were the first to discover the body to be dead. That is true. No matter what I say, she seems dead set on making me out to be the killer. Her logic is reasonably sound. And the large majority of it reflects the truth. But there's one point about it that is not quite right. Ha ha ha. I'm smirking at you. Before, which is, I think, just going for this.
Objection!
Immediately. Yep, perfect. The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic. Essential tools that those who would stand in the courtroom must learn to master. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? Okay, this is the second case that, the what's it called? Falsified evidence has been brought up, and also there was a preview, like the original game had it too. So I think that might be something with the deeper case, but we'll find out. This Captain Ugo piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important. And it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then, what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that? I assume it was added after the murder, when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it... Okay, this is fair, because also, I noticed that... I guess we can't see it. We can see it. Ooh, I didn't look at this. The hat on his head was found on his... I wonder if that fact has any bearing to this case. Which makes the other flight attendant suspicious. Also, why is it on a corner specifically, you know? For a blunt force trauma, it says go you airline. Now, I've seen it occur a lot recently. It's been bothering me greatly. But why do some brands think it's acceptable to simply smash two words together and call it a day? Very true. notices some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder? Okay. 3 things after the turbulence. Plant the body. Set up the item shop. Start exiting the elevator. The killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from the floor and took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. So if it's a fake murder weapon, what would be the real murder weapon? I don't think we've found it yet. Oh. Superb class juice to 10 of our lucky readers. Oh, nice. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on me, my personage, in my pocket to be precise. I thought it was strange that it was... he dropped it, not he didn't pick it up. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Abby Hicks. Acby. You there. Yes, ma'am. Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could be used were broken during the turbulence, and the remaining items all tested negative for any traces of blood. I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end.
But it's possible that it's just hidden somewhere, sir.
Jeez. If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I'd think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside the suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had very little time, had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murder's personage, or still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display before the turbulence and then put it back. Fantastic. By opening the lock on the display case. Okay, they are like way hinting too hard at it being Taniro or whatever her name is, which is making me think it's not her now. She is incredibly suspicious. There's more to find out, and I don't think we have all the facts. I think the other flight attendant is also suspicious too. And if it was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken, I'd say that it's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? Let's see. So that means that the killer had the key to the display case. Francisca. The person you're talking about. Not so fast. I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Ah. It is true. We kind of glossed over that. Speaking of which... I mean, she wanted us to investigate? Huh. She is suspicious as fuck, too. I recall that you also wish to speak with her. Yes. Very well. Permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her. But you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish. Miss Tenero's in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Ba-da-ba-da. Damn. There's a lot of, like, dialogue things. I can even go back out here, huh? Okay. I don't think they all changed, though. Let's move. Uh-huh. What does she have to say for herself? You will solve your murder. If you do not, how am I supposed to have my cargo returned to me? You could please be patient just a little longer, Mr. LeBlanc. Hurry and solve it, like a strike of thunder. It's as fast as lightning, and believe me, if I could, I would. Please feel free to look around, sir. Now enter. Thank you. Now to unravel Miss Tenero's true intentions. Oh. Uh-huh. Ah. Keep our cabin clean. That means Cammy, and there's only 2 flight attendants? Uh-huh. So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. No question. No response. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Miss Tenero. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too? Can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did? All right. Fabulous. Man, they're referencing everything. Salmonella, the Lunchland. Can you move? Thank you. Food, candy. That's gotta be Cammy. That absolutely is Cammy Bottle Bug. One of them is quite neat, and the other is not neat at all. Ooh, this music's nice too. A nice, somber atmosphere. This door leads to the cargo. But I can't let you through without Miss Von Karma's express permission, sir. It's not a bad way to handle this situation if it's any old case, but this isn't. So, between you and Miss Von Karma, who's better at their job, sir? Oh, there's no comparison to be made, Detective. None. What is all this junk inside these boxes? There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. That's our lost and found, Mr. Edgeworth. Gold crowns and swords and necklaces. It's like a treasure trove in here, sir. The fact that these were left on the plane implies that they were carried on to it to begin with. Something tells me it's time for Go-You to send its metal detectors out for repair. I mean, they've been quite effective, right? And what are inside these boxes? Oh, those are some souvenirs I brought in Virginia.
There's so many. There's even a second box.
Well, yes. I find that folk art from around the world does great things for my creativity. She does second as a designer. Those suitcases certainly could have done with a whole lot less of your creativity. Ruthless as ever. Oh. It's one of those suitcases designed by Miss Tenero. You can tell it's hardly ever been used by the lack of even a single scratch. Or just well cared for. So these are the attendants' lockers.
Oh, huh? Let's hurry up and examine them, sir.
Why must men always be so rude? Besides, who exactly gave you permission to search through the attendants' lockers? Wait, detective. It would be uncouth of us to look into a woman's locker without her permission.
Yeah, I guess so. Plus, I feel this murder's draft, and I can sense a whip not far behind.
I wanted to look at the poster, sorry. I was not in... Oh! That's where we entered from. Gotcha. Which means we do need to go to the cargo hold. What exactly is this panel for? Ah, that's the emergency control panel for the elevator. We used it to stop the elevator on the first floor and to keep its door open. You have a control panel for the elevator. Look. They're saying it's her. I don't know though. Not yet. There's sure to be clues some sort in this trash can. Detective Gumshoe, if you please.
Yes, sir. You just leave the rummaging to me.
Scruffy, how dare you go through a woman's trash without her permission? Have you no sense of honor?
I'm sorry. I'm just doing what Mr. Edgeworth told me to do. Ow!
Forgive me, detective. We both know the pain of that bit. It's pretty easy to tell who sleeps in which bunk just by looking. It absolutely is. Edgeworth knows the pain all too well. I'm also certain that the well-kept one up top belongs to Miss Tenero.
Ew, this bottom one is a giant mess, sir.
You sloven, squalid scoundrel of a man. You dare to scrutinize a woman's bed and invade her privacy. Yeah. There are some things in life best kept to yourself. Francisca. Well, go on. Let's hear our troublesome attendant out. In due time. I do have one thing I'd like to ask you. Yes. Do you plan to continue using that whip for the foreseeable future? Of course. I've wrangled many a testimony out of people thanks to.
Yeah, and probably a whole ton of yells, too.
And I'm willing to bet that the majority of them came from you, detective. Yeah, get whipped. Alright. They are really trying to pin it on her. And I'm not sure if it was her yet. I think both flight attendants are sus. Captain's permission. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. What do you mean? The captain. He only has ears for Cammy. There. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Mealy. Yes, and on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. True. Edgeworth would be in prison right now. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness. Uh-huh. So she did lie, but that response felt heartfelt almost. Like there is kindness to it. Miss Tenero, is it? There is one. Also, she can't hide her emotions because she has the fake smile twitch, and yeah, her emotions are all over the place actually. There's one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, Why this sudden hesitation? Francisca seems to have struck a nerve. Indeed, we need to know. All I did was check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work, then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After you visit to the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry. There isn't much else to tell. Having no reason, yeah, other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her one about that thing. The suitcase? Probably? Also, I kind of realized I didn't go back and talk to the captain after Francisca came back down here. It's probably about the suitcase. If you could, please take a look at this for me, Miss Tenira. Oh, that suitcase. Yes, about this suitcase. You are the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured out something else about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Won't you please tell me more about this suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcase I had designed would sell. That's reasonable. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to carry. But I really wanted to know. And I was glad to see that it was the last one there. Last one there, huh? Huh? Okay. It also does explain the last one there. So you're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes. They're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. Maybe she isn't happy about selling them, huh? That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last. I think she's lying about this then. Well, wait. Huh. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? That was a Chi-Chi reaction there, almost. I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. Maybe if you made the base color red. I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is, how should I put this? It's hideous. Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on. My issue with the suitcase isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. She said she went early too, right? I'm sure there was only 1. Looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only 1 suitcase left. And that the thing was in the thing still too. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? The suitcase was brought through the elevator. By the way, Miss Nero, what is one of those suitcases doing here? Thank you. That's... I thought you said there was only one left. That one is, personal. It's mine. Ah, we know that to be wrong, because there's no wear and tear on it. And it has a tag still. She used it for a long time. I think not. Miss Nero, I'd appreciate if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. What proves that this hasn't been used for nearly as long as Miss Nero says. A lovely price tag.
Take that!
Right at front and center. Tell me, Miss Nero, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? Ah. What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase? Why is she lying? Yeah. I don't know. They're really setting it up as her to being the murderer. And she is lying quite a lot, but something's not right. Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Not right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's her. Not quite yet. I'm not confirming her as my prediction. I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now then, this the in-flight shop. This suitcase, yeah. Seeing as how the price tag is still on this suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. Yep. And the person who bought this suitcase was... I think she bought her own suitcase, right? I think she bought her own suitcase. I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Miss Nero? I hate to say this, but this suitcase was that you designed. It hasn't sold very well, has it? Crushing her heart, just like that. You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. I mean, he immediately said it was hideous earlier, so that's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling, but by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then, the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. I don't think she bought it, though. She just took it, right? Probably removed it. And she would put it back later. All I really have is my job. I was overjoyed with my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I'd finally accomplished something. But the suitcases didn't sell. That's because she's not a professional designer. It's because of the design, isn't it? It's all because it's as you put it, hideous. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either. And we weren't selling a single one. And they were just sitting there collecting dust. It felt so bad. Them there, day in and day out. This somber song makes a lot of sense now. So I decided to buy one. For every flight I worked. That's insane, wow. And she actually buys them. Buy every single one every single time you work a flight. I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Ah, she has a receipt. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase. Uh-huh. If you have any questions regarding this transaction, please contact us at GoU Airlines. Okay. And absolutely no tax. There. Wait. That's what I was literally about to ask. It's clearly time-stamped. 5:40 a.m. 5:40, okay. What was our timeline for the rest of it? So that means that I think we already knew this though, because she said she went there. She just wasn't clear about why she went there. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Miss Tenero, where are the other suitcases? In the cargo hold? Uh-huh. They should all be down in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Mr. Edgewood, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases too? Oh, they absolutely did. Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. How could they? You should use that as your selling point. It's a body perfectly. Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. It's all I ever wished for them to know. Miss Tenero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator? The door in the back. The only other way is through the door there. Okay. So I think I am correct, and it's not her, which leaves the other flight attendant or LeBlanc as my main suspicions. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members have access to. And there's an elevator control panel too. Other flight attendant. You're sexy, but suspicious. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it. Yes, Francisco. Going on these wild goose chases. You're a disgrace to the Von Karma name. And what do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their keycard. Miles Edgewood. You're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. That other attendant, Miss Mealy. I asked her earlier, and she had this to say. Francisca got information out of Miss Mealy in order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold. A different keycard is required. Okay. Need to verify. Different one. Yes. And the only person who holds that particular card is the captain. Oh. Her. Is you, Miss Rhoda Tenero. Ah. What? Is this true, Miss Tenero? Yes. I keep that keycard in my locker. Could you please show us that card right now? Yes, hold on. It's in there. Ah, I don't believe it. Or is it gone? What's wrong? The keycard. It's gone. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen, when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You've really thought this through. Nah, Oh, wait, it's not like that. You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Mr. Edgeworth. Ah. There's no way it's her. I'm almost certain at this point. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Francisca, I know that you are the lead investigator on this case, however. Hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. It sure does. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? I intend to do likewise. Alright. Oh. Interesting. Part 3 of the case. I think we're coming to the end of it here. And we're already in the cargo hold, okay. Wow.
Wow. So this is the cargo hold, huh?
Name goes running off. What'd he see?
Ah.
Okay. This is from the picture, I think.
It's so big.
This plane is a special... Oh, he's talking about the size of the cargo hold. Got it. And it's wrapped up, I think, actually. Plane is a special model. It's both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So is this the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct?
Okay, let's get investigating, sir.
Begin investigation. There's the elevator. Do need to verify what's it called? Does need a key card. Why is that open? With pajamas and a notebook, huh? Zhengfa. Huh. Well, there should be, was he transporting this statue, possibly? We still haven't found his phone either. Which does bring, I think, into question LeBlanc again. Obsessed art dealer. Color white. 50 bed sheets, damn. Nothing suspicious about an open bag. Nothing at all. Yep. Sure isn't. Hey, what's this suitcase?
What's the suitcase, pal?
It's what the victim checked in, sir. So, this suitcase belongs to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look.
There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir.
Oh, wait, a file.
And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir.
What? 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 It looks like a photo of Francisca. Documents on Francis. Okay, that makes sense because she was waiting at the airport. Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? Are you getting to underhanded things, Francisca? Huh? Interesting. That does make sense why they commented on her being super early, though. All sorts of boxes are piled up here.
This one says flammable, and this one it says pharmaceuticals.
Tasty winery.
This one says for exorcism use only.
Where's the casket with Leo in it? Just what kind of operation is this airline running? Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir. I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious.
Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it.
The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move.
Oh, yeah. I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now.
He's so disappointed, man. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special keycard. Can we verify that, please? Both the door to the or actually, we just have to. I think I might know where the keycard is. Both the door to the attendant's room and the elevator's control panels require a keycard, which make it impossible for the passenger to come down here. Do I go back? I think it's on his body, right? One of these look like a keycard? Or just credit cards? I don't know, we'll have to go back. Francis. Oh wait, talk to Gumshoe actually.
Yes, sir.
Notice anything?
This cargo hold is really big. I can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here.
Detective, what are you going on? We're in the middle of an investigation.
Whoa, stuff's falling on me. Oh, I can't really get into my work without something like this happening first. Well, let's get this show on the road. So which item do you want to start on?
In this world, there are two. Those who are masochistic, and then there's Gumshoe. Hey.
So, that flight attendant, Rhoda Tenero. She's the killer, isn't she?
I don't think we can say for sure yet. At the very least, I agree. But there certainly are a great number of things pointing us in that direction.
You mean like how she didn't tell us about her buying her own suitcase, sir?
Yes. However, in regard to the keycard being stolen, I can't seem to find any evidence that she's lying about that. Aha. Okay. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. What was it? Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. Ah, is he an art thief? Ah. Okay. That actually opens some possibilities. Uh-huh. He's the art thief. Somebody tried to kill him because he stole art or whatever. Maybe. Which would explain why he has a file on Francisca? Yeah. Yeah, she was investigating, and you knew. I don't know. Hey, how you doing, money? I'm deep in the trenches of figuring this out. I'm logicking somehow. I don't know. I think she might be the sexy assassin that is, you know, killing our art thief. Or wait. Government level international crime. Much too large for one person to decide alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Damn. ICPO. came to this airport as an Interpol liaison. So she was, what's it called? But no. Wait, if she was, what's it called? If he's an art thief, then why was he murdered? He wouldn't be murdered by maybe an assassin, not a government assassin. Okay. Interpol is involved. It's a top secret operation, so I can't really tell you any more than I already have. Yep. Yeah, that would be vitally important, possibly, but you know. Yeah, my main suspects is Lil Bonk or the sexy flight attendant. Currently, holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-use suitcase fair. And these must be all the leftover ones that couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It's practically screaming artsy. Gumshoe, you gotta buy one, man. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness.
You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass.
And Miss Tenero wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although, it's definitely looking like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm sucking on? Well, broken glasses, which is our proof that he was down here. It's a bunch of glass fragments. Perfect. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the crew. This sure brings back memories of when I was working as a part-time mover, sir. I have the looks in his eyes. He's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Guess we'll never know. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo.
This thing's as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir.
It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity.
What? Really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right.
There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective. He's pretty wide. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 4 side. You're lowballing him. Definitely lowballing Gumworth or Gumshoe. Time to lodge it. Broken glasses, glass shards for sure. And then we can do the other 2 actually too. Connect. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses, sir.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir?
Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Yep, since well, I knew the cargo hold was important since the fucking lobby or whatever.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. That is true. We don't have a murder weapon. But we do have this. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska?
Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir.
Franziska says that she'd come to the airport as part of an Interpol investigation.
Oh? Maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks, was in actuality Interpol Agent Hicks. I could see it too, yeah. Yeah, that could be reasonable, yeah. Why do I think he was an art thief? He could have been a fucking agent too. I think Franziska has some explaining to do. Okay. It doesn't matter though because he was still murdered. It actually makes sense that if he was a government agent, then he was murdered by somebody. Let's ask Franziska. What do you got for me, Franziska? The truth behind Hicks. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense. What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you and the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him, so that he could recognize you when you landed. Which makes sense. Him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent, then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Which puts LeBlanc in some... Yep. I think LeBlanc would be aware of somebody on his tail. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. We're still looking for that phone, too. I think we now have a pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold.
But what was he doing down here, sir?
There's nothing but luggage.
Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it.
Ow!
Ow!
Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes. How'd he get down here? Which means that down to the cargo hold is not keycard. Wait, no, it is. He had the keycard then. Agent Hicks had the keycard. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Franziska, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. See? Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew. Yep. And entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. And at the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Investigation complete. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage.
What? Really, sir?
I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth, but the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Oh, fuck. Definitive evidence. Well, I'm super sorry, but I've got raid in 20 minutes, and I'm almost certain this will take a little bit longer than I think, because we are kind of getting towards the end of it. It'll be at least a few, right? It'll take a few minutes, and then I don't think. No, this will be like just proving it, and then we'll actually go to the other person that is it. I think. Unfortunately, that's gonna be it for this game. Hopping over to Final Fantasy 14. In a bit. Thanks for hanging out. If you're hanging out, I'm gonna switch to Final Fantasy and I'll be back. One second, sorry. Perfect. Let me switch my stream.